That's easier than
Not used to facing
numbers.
this one, used to seeing this side of the case.
It's a better look, isn't it? This is my good side.
I can go sit right behind you.
All right, Brian.
All right, mine's going to be pretty brief. So mine's just going to talk about kind of the office divisions, and we're going to make a pitch to keep it the same and the reason why. So right now, currently, we have a criminal division and a civil division. Granted, not a lot of attorneys to fill either of those out where we'd want it to be, but we have a criminal chief division, and then an assistant criminal chief, and then civil chief and assistant civil chief. We would ask to keep those the same because the prosecutor wears two hats. He's the county attorney, he's the criminal prosecutor. And so just having the chief and assistant chief over those divisions, because they do completely different things, and having someone there just makes what we feel sense. We understand the question comes to, well, who is the chief deputy? Because under Idaho code, there has to be a designated number 2. And that's up to the prosecutor. So the prosecutor can designate the chief criminal as the number 2, so when he's out of the office, he's there, or the chief civil, or any other prosecutor that's in his office, in theory. But how we were looking at it is just to keep those two divisions the same and have the pay track the same for the chiefs in each division and the assistant chiefs in each division. Again, we understand that all of you have a difficult job, and we know it's not easy, so that's just our recommendation. This is the time for us to bring it up, so we're bringing it up. And so that would be our ask on that, is kind of keep the assistant criminal chief the same, the assistant criminal chief the same, the civil chief the same, and the assistant civil chief the same as far as position titles, but have them all making the same amount of money, like the chiefs are making the same and the assistant chiefs are making the same. So mine was pretty simple that way. That was our ask.
So you're asking for an adjustment
That's really just,
right there.
really though, that's just semantics on titles, right? I mean, because there's a chief deputy. There's a chief deputy prosecutor, so if the prosecutor gets hit by a bus, it is this person that takes over until somebody is reappointed, right?
Right, yeah, that doesn't
So,
get number 2.
so really, it's really just verbiage and titles, because there's not really an authority given. The authority is given to the chief deputy. Otherwise, I would have 5 chief deputies, because I would have a chief deputy over elections. I would have a chief deputy auditor. I would have a chief deputy court supervisor. It's really just semantics, right?
Well, and the assistant, for example, the assistant civil chief deputy, with the clerk's recommendation, there wouldn't be an assistant chief civil deputy. If that stayed the same, that would also add a position that's pays
Right.
more and could hopefully retain more attorneys and give something for them to promote into in our office. But as far as semantics, I do understand what you're saying with that, but just how we have it divided up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care what the title is.
Right.
But there's a chief deputy, one, and then there is some other job, and if the commission deems to pay that job a little bit more for civil or wherever than what the recommendation is, I totally can get on board with that. That's fine. But really, as far as calling them the chief,
Well, division chiefs.
yeah.
And then whoever the designated number 2 is the one
Yeah,
that's.
I mean, it's no different, than, like, I just call them department heads. You would be that department, the civil department head, right?
Right. I understand. I'm just saying how we have it set up already. We have the assistant civil chief that gives another position, for example, that somebody
Right.
can promote
I see.
into.
Okay, I understand, great.
I am curious, Ms. Clauser, with the mistake on Ms. Tognetti's salary, whether knocking that down to the 86,695, whether that makes it possible. I know that we eliminated a staff position. Would there be money in the budget to still hold on to that staff position?
Probably not, because that's not enough money to cover a staff position. Because it's only 13,000.
Anything else?
Anything else, Brown?
It's just like I've told everybody else, we're evaluating as we talk with everybody, and then we'll come up to our conclusions, and we'll let you know where we end up.
Thank you, Commissioner.
All right, thank you.
We appreciate all of you.
Well, and just like you guys commented, we've appreciated what the clerk has done on the recommendations and stuff here, so.
And we know that a lot of hard work and consideration goes into this, and we know that there are a number of different polls and a number of different needs for the county. But we're just a part of that, we understand that.
Thank you. All right. Looks like the sheriff is up.
How much did you have over there? There's 14,000.
So are we looking at the sheriff or the jail or both or
Sheriff budget, or no,
Jail.
jail budget, sorry.
jail?
Sorry.
So 5?
But we've got a handout and make it easier to track.
Okay.
And I do,
Your chief is struggling though. Let's all watch.
but I would request that we go into executive session.
Yeah.
Mr. Chair, I would move to enter into executive session under Idaho Code 74-2061A.
Alex, do you have enough? Because I have a copy.
No, I think I have plenty.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.